We're here with A&M-Commerce head coach Colby Carthel as the Lions prepare for West Texas and homecoming this weekend. Looking back a little bit to last Saturday in the Angelo State game, +5 in the turnover margin, getting us back towards the top of the nation. All around great performance by the defense. Talk about that.
Yeah, they did a great job Saturday night, causing some turnovers, and some of those were also in special teams. But yeah, turnover margin's a team stat that we put a lot of stock in, and do a pretty good job throughout the year taking care of the ball and creating turnovers. And those are opportunities that good teams make for themselves. And really proud of the way our guys are handling the ball and creating turnovers.
Part of turnover margin also not turning the ball over. Offense has been really balanced. Third straight week with both a 100-yard receiver and a 100-yard rusher. How has that balanced offense helped us?
Well, it just keeps defenses on their toes, and thought the offense did a great job Saturday night. And Ovi came in and picked up slack and had well over 100 yards. I think it's his first 100-yard game this year, and so did a really good job. Luis does a fantastic job, distributing the ball around all our different receivers. So there's a lot of guys on the field to defend, and that poses some problems on defenses, and I think that showed Saturday night.
Speaking of balance, a little bit different, leading the league in both offensive scoring and defensive scoring. How's that feel, looking at it as a whole 8 weeks in?
Well, it's good to be at the top in those categories. The biggest thing is the wins and losses. But if you're scoring more than everybody else and holding everybody to less than what others are, you're going to be in good shape. But we've bent but didn't break a few times on defense and played really well in the red zone. So all in all, really pleased with both sides of the ball where we're at this time of the year.
Looking at the season as a whole, 8 weeks in, I'm sure there's some guys with bumps and bruises. How's the team injury situation holding up so far for you compared to other years?
We had a few guys go down last week, but we'll be ready for homecoming. We're not going to be hurt. We're going to be ready. We'll have 11 guys on the field, and they'll be ready to play at a high level.
Speaking of homecoming, WT coming in, a long-standing rivalry, one you've been on both sides of. How do you feel going into a big week like this? What's the feeling as a coach?
We're just we're excited to be where we are in the season. We're 3 steps away from accomplishing our goals. And that's win the Lone Star Conference for a 3rd straight year and make the NCAA playoffs. So West Texas is the first step in that 3-step plan to the three-peat. So our guys are going to be fired up and ready to play, and hopefully they take care of business in front of a good crowd. Should be a great atmosphere. I know tailgating sold out, and there's going to be a big crowd. A lot of old Lions are coming back, and we're excited to see them and play in front of them.
For some of those old Lions who may not necessarily seen any Lion football this year, and definitely not any Buff football, what are some things they can expect to see from both teams this weekend?
I think a lot of really good players on the field. They've got some very, very quality athletes. Got one of the better tailbacks in the league, and the quarterback's playing really well. They've got a tight end transfer from USC. They got some weapons, and we're going to have to be on our A game to try to slow them down. Defensively, they're really, really solid in the back end. Have some great athletes back there. So, and we've got good players. So it'll just like the other games here at home. We got good teams playing, good players out there. Should be an exciting day for some great college football.
All right, we'll talk to you after the game on Saturday night.
Appreciate it. Go Lions.